Shemai GTA chums. Yes, we have the Karin Calico discounted this week, so it's 1.1 million for me because I've got the discount, but it might be 1.496 million for you if you've not got a discount. This is one of the Tuners class cars, and it was known for being the fastest for a long time, but it got surpassed by the flat for lap time by the RS Classic and the Vector as well, so the Emperor Vectra. But this was known as one of the best. But for me, I think it's probably the most overrated car in the game in many ways. So many ways, actually one way, one very specific way, which I will reveal later. But we're going to customize it nevertheless, because it still is a car that you might want to consider, because it is a what is it? A Toyota, not a Supra. The other one, it's a Calico, Celica. That's the one. These cars are very nice, are very nice. And let's do a rally build basically, and then we'll take it for a drive, and I'll talk about some of the things that I don't like about it. Secondary street splitter. So for a rally build, we'd probably want stock, probably or something a bit less dense. I mean, these are all a bit too heavy. Maybe it should be none actually. Let's get rid of it. And because it is a rally build, we've got the Mark II bumper. Do we like that? That's what you get stock. Doobie doobie doo. I'm not sure why I went for the Mark II bumper, but maybe the GT bumper's nicer. Got more ground clearance on it perhaps. Let's go for the GT bumper. Engine. Oh, we can do this engine block business. You know, when you change this, recognize that? But we're not going to do that. Cam cover. I did expose the cam cover. We're going to leave that. Strip brace. Carbon. So that's good, you know. I don't see a reason to change it. Maybe to that one, but I'm not going to. Engine tunes are all done. And exhaust. So we've got a double exhaust already. Let's have a look at, see if there's anything a bit that we can do that's a bit better for that. Double on one side. So, oh, the mega exhaust, or the mega square exhaust. Actually, I like the square, so I'm going to go with the square for now. Fenders. So this is a bit of a rally build, but I'm not sure about the fenders. Secondary, nah, too much. What we want to consider as well is fog lights. So these are the rally ones. I think we're going to stick with the rally ones, because that's what it looks like with none. I think it looks better with none in many ways. Why have I put the rally ones on? But yeah, we're going to stick with them because it's a rally build. We're not going to do headlight covers secondary. No, we're going to leave that. Hood. So hood catches is probably not the least exciting thing possible. So we've got hood catches. We've got the carbon GT hood. That is really quite aggressive. That's kind of what you want for a rally car, isn't it? You can go for a basic look as well. We could go for something more muted. Performance hood is quite nice as well. But I like the scooped one. I mean, that's the biggest scoop, isn't it? We could go for a more muted scoop, but I'm going to stick with that because it's a beast. The main thing we're going to change is going to be the livery, I think. But first, we should probably change the colour, shouldn't we? Where the hell is it? Respray. Primary colour. Let's go for the classics, and let's go frost white for now. Oh, it's a carbon hood. Why have I done that? What a numpty. I'm going to have to change that. Let's look at the liveries though. Does it ruin it? The carbon doesn't ruin the livery and stuff, does it? Yeah. Okay, we want something that's... Oh, that's quite nice. Fuckaroo. Redwood. I mean, the redwood's quite classic, isn't it? But maybe not. Oh yes, look at that. Yellow and black. I mean, that is loud. That is load and a half. Oh, it's freaking locked. You scumbags. They've ruined it for everybody. Okay, so we are going to go for... maybe Stance Andreas? No, we're not doing that. We want a number, so let's go for a basic Terroil one. And now we're going to have to come back to the bonnet. Because for some reason, I obviously didn't realise it was a carbon. Let's go primary, and that will do. Okay. Respray. I quite like it in the white, but secondary colour has got to change. But let's try primaries and see what we can get. Actually, secondary. Let's go back to secondary and just get rid of that lime green. Come on, what have we got? White or something? Midnight purple. Nope. Let's get that. Now primary colour. We're going to go. Probably going to stick with a light colour, I would suspect. Let's see what we've got. Red looks great on the car, but not with that narc there. Orange looks great as well. I think we could get away with orange, but then it clashes with the narc. Gold looks good actually. I'm tempted by the gold. But these stick out like a sore thumb now. Oh, why have I done that? Green is good, but gasoline green is nice. Let's go with that. Nice, I like that. Respray trim colour, so yeah, we can colour the trim in. Instead of dark steel, we can go for a white if we want to. I think dark is good though. Accent colour is that. So we've got ice white is good, crew emblem goes on there, but we need to sort out, I mean this is, why is it dark? Why is it not, why are these lights? Let's have a look. Bonnet. Fog lights. Primary fog lights, that's what we kind of want. Let's go with primary, it kind of clashes a little bit, but we're going to go with it. And mudguards, mirrors. I like the carbon mirrors. Secondary mirrors are good though. Actually, let's have a look back at the colours. What are you doing, man? Sort it out. Repress secondary, the classics. I mean, maybe there's something a bit better we can use, like a white. That cream looks pretty good. Maybe a yellow? With a yellow tinge to it? Or an orange? Oh, that's badass, doesn't it? That's the one, definitely. Good, okay, we've done it. Enough messing around. Let's go for the roof. We've got a vent on the roof. I don't think we need it. We've got an engine in the front, so secondary roof. Quite like the secondary roof. Let's get rid of the vent though. I think the vent's nonsensical in many ways. Let's just go secondary roof. Why not? Skirts. We can go secondary GT. We've got that already. I'm happy with that. Spoiler. This is a classic. Looks great, but maybe we need something a bit beastlier for a rally build. Secondary arrow. Something a bit more dynamic looking. I like the curved ones, you know. And we're going to go secondary on that as well. Suspension is already lowered. Competition is the best for this car. Oh, you can go secondary trunk. That kind of works, funnily enough, because we've got the big hole. It joins up the roof then, doesn't it? Okay, turbo we've done, obviously. We're going to need to change the tyres, the wheel type, because it's off-road now, so we're going to go for an off-road one. Stock rims. Cairngorm. Maybe we should go for the classics. Got any good classics in here? Drag SPL, I like that. We'll do that. Wheel colour. I think we need to go dark or something. Black. Tyre design, I'm gonna probably just get rid of it. I think it looks better without. Tyre smoke is green. Maybe we need to go something like orange. Okay, windows. We don't need to black them out really for a rally build, but I'm going to go somewhere in between because I still like the tint. I think it looks great. And that's it, we're complete. You can make a great looking car. This is where it really excels. But when one of the areas where it might not excel. We'll show you now. Oh, look at that understeer. Oh, it understeers like a mother freaker. Now it's an all-wheel drive car, and the engine sounds glorious. You know, it really does. But people big it up to win races by itself, and it really doesn't. I think you need to really put a lot of effort in to learn how to drive the thing if you're not very good like me, for example. So it's not going to win races just by itself, but the pure acceleration does help you to catch up if you do smash it into a wall, which you will do. You will do quite easily. Look at the speed on that. It's still been nerfed a bit though, so I've not done a lot of laps, but since the nerfing, I would say we've done a nice build there. We've done a nice build. Just realised I don't want to really break it. I don't want to wreck it. Let's look if the lights work. The lights do work, so that is good. And yeah, so that is it. Built very nicely. And it's a good car, you know, it really is, but people big it up to be the best car of all time. And I think you really need to get used to the understeer. My problem with it is it's not a race winner for me because I just think the understeer is too much. The RS Classic is far better, and so is the Emperor Vector as well. And before this came out, I think the S2, the Comet S2, was for me was better, but the Growler is certainly better because that's the best of the Porsches in the game in this DLC, the Tuners DLC. And for tuners class races. So for that reason, it is massively overrated, I think, for tuners class races. And people have bigged it up massively forever. But for the reason of if you like Toyota Celicas, and if you're into that, and if you're willing to forgive a bit of understeer, I mean, look at this. If you're willing to forgive that, then by all means purchase it. It's going to be worth it for you. But I would say as a car, it's not really worth it for performance. But it is worth it for what you can kind of produce customization-wise. You can make a nice rally build. So I'm going to probably head to my rally garage now and get this thing put away because it is a nice car. And although it is massively overrated, see, I find it difficult to not like the cars. I think it was like a massive hype about this car ever since it's been released, and I don't think it's really justified in the performance. Like for lap time, for example, the RT3000, I found that better on the test track. I know that's a short track, but it just shows if you've got a short track with lots of corners, lots of tight corners, although it's got the acceleration, it's not got the cornering skill, so you need to really brake hard for the corners. But anyway, I'm going to put this vehicle away. I've said my tuppence worth. What the hell? What vehicle are we going to remove? So I think that completes, it looks like that completes my rally car. Oh, what's that Oppressor Mark II doing there? Get rid of that. And we have a rally car garage kind of complete. Maybe I'll move these to a proper garage that has a bit better lighting so we can have a proper look at it and maybe do a garage tour. But you can do a mighty fine garage rally build on this car, so don't dishearten, don't be too neggy Nigel on me for slagging the car off a little bit. Anyway, if you found it useful, you know, drop a like and all that business, or drop a dislike if you think I'm completely wrong. No, if you didn't like the video, but give me a comment on why you think I'm wrong, and it's really my own kind of experience. So nobody's right or wrong really, and it is there. But I'm right, basically. Have a great day.